them to be. Yes, so be wise. You got to tread carefully. Well, there may be obstacles in your way. Just remember, Rome wasn't built in one day. I'm standing 10 feet tall, standing 10 feet tall, standing 10 feet tall. I'm standing 10 feet tall.
Know your roots, know your culture. You're in tune to cultural mix with Bev Moonchild and Fit FM 96.7. Fridays, 6 to 8 p.m. Aymara said that.
You've got to give. Yes, I'm standing 10 feet tall, standing 10 feet tall, standing 10 feet tall.
I'm standing 10 feet tall, standing 10 feet tall, standing 10 above them all. I'm standing 10 feet tall. Standing. So the man beside me was sing the song and now they not look this way. Just remember, Rome wasn't built in one day. I'm standing feet tall, standing 10 feet tall, standing 10 feet tall. I'm standing 10 tall, standing above them all. Me can't go up so high, Julia. You know, so poor. Me can't go up so high. I'm getting some lessons still, so maybe eventually I'll go all the way up, Who knows? Good evening, my friends, my family. Wherever you are, we say Akwaba. Welcome to Cultural Mix. It is Friday, September 2, and we are in the studio of Fit FM 96.7. Your life, your music. I am Bev Moonchild, your host. Happy to be here and happy to have persons start joining us already. And I'm going to ask you to share as you come on. You share with others, so they can be a part of this discussion that's going to happen this evening. And we are anticipating a vibrant, a lively, a deep, if Aymara is here, it's going to go deep discussion this evening. Really, really want as much persons as possible to join us and to not only listen, but to take part. So you can text us, you can send us a message, and you can be a part of the conversation, be a part of the discussion, be a part of the dialogue. That's what we like. We like to talk back. We get your feedback. We know exactly what is happening. So we welcome everyone wherever you are, wherever you're joining from, whether it is east, west, north, or south. We say Akwaba. Happy to have you. It's a lovely Friday evening here in Trelawney. Had an overcast sky earlier. I think rain than a pour now. We're happy. We're happy for the showers too, But I thought rain would have been pelting all of us at this time when we saw the skies earlier. But lots of things are happening. On the road, we see where people continue to drive recklessly. And up to yesterday, I think, there was a nasty accident here in Trelawney, out of Braco there. Some pictures I saw, boy, I don't know, but something is happening. People just continue to speed. I don't know the circumstances of that accident, but when you look at it though, there's some speeding that go on somewhere. It is so hard. It is so difficult for those families at this time. I hear a husband and a wife died can you imagine? If those two people, if they have children and so on, how that family now is torn away. It is sad. Cut the speed. That's what we say. And it might just pay off for us. We are drive too fast on the road, and sometimes people are drive fast. You wonder where them are go. It better you're late than you don't arrive at all. Them say better late than never. Better you're late than you never reach. We are saying cut the speed on the road, people. and save some more lives. The life you save, as they say, might very well be your own life. Wow, all of that. But good things are happening. Monday will be school. And today I was reading somewhere, one of those newspapers I was reading, it said the minister is now reporting that most of those vacancies that were created with teachers migrating, most of those vacancies are filled now. We will hear the feedback from the teachers because it's just Monday school will go open. So we will know what is happening with people have a lot to say about the teacher migration, but the people who are migrating, only them know why they're leaving. Some of us can only guess, some of us can only imagine, but the people who are leaving is only them know why they're leaving. So, let us see what we can do. Those of us who are still here, let us see what we can do to impact positively and to assist our youth, because we youth them need guidance. And if everybody go away, who will guide the youth? Those who choose to remain. Let us continue in our drive, in our quest to impact positively. All right, so it is Cultural Mix, and this evening we have a discussion that we want you to be a part of. And I'm saying, as you join us, share. We want to welcome the people, welcome those of you who are joining on Friends Who Love Fit FM. And let me tell you quickly, if for any reason you realize that you are not hearing or seeing us on Facebook, you just join us on YouTube, because we're live on YouTube. Also, Cultural Mix here with Bev Moonchild, your host. We're going to come back to talk with Aymara, how we value life. When we talk about life and we talk about people, how do we value life? That's what we're going to talk about this evening. How we value life. We're going to talk with Aymara when we come back. Mm-hmm.
All the things don't move in, you need to be aware and living. You must to believe in a reason, find a firmness, solution. Meaning is everything right now. Repeat from yourself, winning is everything right now. You don't need depression, but demand in reaction. And finally you are come to say, which will always be a new day. The sunshine for everyone. Hey, the sunshine for everyone. Oh, the sunshine for everyone. I say. Oh, na na no, na na na. Oh, na na no, na na na. Oh, na na no, na na na. No one is high or low. Like seeds in fertile soil we grow. Multiply, continue to flow. Feed from the communal pot. Sip from the communal cup of love. Yes. Feed from the communal pot. Sip from the communal cup, one love. Yes. One seed can feed a nation. Harmony, no social distance. Together, you know we're growing strong. Hey, the sunshine for everyone. The sunshine for everyone. The sunshine for everyone. I see. The sunshine sunshine for everyone. There's sunshine for everyone. Oh, there's sunshine for everyone. I say, there's sunshine for everyone. There's sunshine for everyone.
Sunshine for
There's sunshine for everyone.
Sunshine for
I say,
That is Imara, hear you. But who is the other person?
Velerangel from Brazil.
Okay, so it's a Brazil Jamaica link up.
Brazil, Jamaica link up.
Yes.
Vibes, see?
Yes, man, on Cultural Mix here.
Yeah.
So we want to hail up the people in Brazil who are tuned into Cultural Mix or who shall be tuned into Cultural Mix. We welcome everybody because we go live on Facebook and we are on YouTube. We are expecting persons to join us. And then guess what now? We want to hail up the people who are joining on fitfmja.com. You are always tuned into the different programs on FitFM, and we really appreciate it, right? This evening, you're tuned into Cultural Mix with Bev Moonchild, and this evening we have Imara. Imara, walk on.
We're there again, you know, give thanks. We're there again at FitFM.
There again.
At FitFM.
At FitFM, yes.
Yeah, man.
Yes.
We just feature a song. Velerangel, Imara from Jamaica, the sunshine for everyone.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And if we understand just that the sun shines for everyone,
Mm-hmm.
then we'll understand the power of life and knowing that there is no separation from the divinity
Mhm.
of life. It's always oneness of life. You know?
Yes, the sun shines for everyone. And I hear a line in that song. It's Imara, one seed can feed a nation.
Harmony, no social distance.
Yeah, sure word for the people.
No,
When
when you look into it, you know, it's that the reality is you can't social distance.
Mm-hmm.
There's no such thing. It's an illusion, you know. So we say one seed can feed a nation.
Mm-hmm.
When you understand the power of love in that one seed, planting that one seed, and that one seed, whether it's a coconut tree or a mango tree or a mango seed you plant,
Mm-hmm.
you see how that one mango seed can feed your family, and when you take a step,
To feed everybody, man.
you know what I mean?
And when that
You
mango
can-
tree start bear.
Like a good friend in Portland with a plant a pumpkin,
Mm-hmm.
and the pumpkin reach we at Chilani.
Mm-hmm.
We can cut up the pumpkin and share with the neighbor.
If one seed a pumpkin,
It's
that
one seed a pumpkin that.
yes, one seed can feed a
Yeah,
nation.
you see what I say?
Yes, yes. We get it,
So
Imara.
while if you didn't believe, say, in your big house, no matter how your house big, somebody would have to go way over Portland or wherever you're there to go enjoy your house.
Mm-hmm.
But look on the power of that one seed.
Yes.
That one seed that can find itself all of Africa.
Yeah,
Somebody feel like they carry a piece of pumpkin go Africa.
yeah. One seed can feed a
One
nation.
seed can feed a nation.
Yeah, we get the depth of it. Because you go deep when you're ready.
No, but I don't believe that. It's just we just look upon life and see it.
Yes. So as we talk about life, you see, how do we value life? Because that's our discussion point this evening. How we value life, and there is so much that we sometimes ignore when we're talking about life and the things that we want out of life and the people that we encounter in life. Sometimes we ignore the important things of life and we place emphasis on the things that we think are important. The stuff what we believe say are the important stuff. Sometimes those stuff really not the important stuff. So we're going to talk this evening in a real sense, in a deep way, in a way that people can understand, you know? And if they never look on it from that perspective, we want to get some people to look at things in a different way. Put it that way. How we value life. What triggered that question and that discussion point? As the little clip I shared earlier on Facebook today, that somebody really come to you and maybe I pick a little talk with you and so, and then you not even a listen or a penetrate what the person I say. You are look beyond now to say, what me can get out of this person? I wonder if him can give me this. I wonder if him can give me that. So you are not even looking at the person really, because your mind gone way ahead. And this kind of thing sometimes find itself even into relationships, intimate relationships that people have. And some of them not intimate at all, but it's just a relationship. You have a relationship with somebody and all you penetrate is what you can get out of it. And that is what triggered the discussion. How we view life, how we value life, what we see when we see people.
Yeah, ask me that.
Yeah, man. So may I turn over to you?
It's not just when you see people.
Mm-hmm.
It's when you see life itself. It's when you see a dog on the street and you realize something hit that dog, and if you can pull him from across the street and put him on the sidewalk, or if you're compassionate enough, and you can take that dog to the vet or something. Or just for instance, never a little cat I call Solo, When Solo came, Solo was, his skin just look away when I tail broke, Solo tail broke, bend up and just a ball, meow, meow, give him some milk. And to cut a long story short, Solo is like my best friend. Every morning he come right at the room door and sit down and he wait till I come out. That's compassion, that's love. And someone would have like to ask, can you love without compassion? Huh?
It is something that we can talk about. Something, let me write it down so we not forget it. Can you love without compassion? I don't know if it is possible. The people who are tuned in, the people who are watching, make we ask a question. Can you love without compassion? Can we? If it is that you can't, or if it is that you can, make we have a discussion. Can you love without compassion? Imara, can you love without compassion?
No.
Talk to me about it, please.
In reality, compassion no bounds. It has no boundary. So if you really if you're really passionate, I have compassion for anything, for life itself. You just love. You can compartmentalize love. Like saying, love that one, love that one, no love this, no love that. You understand? Once you are love, you are love. You get what I mean?
Explain that, no?
Because love is just love, especially if you're a lover of life. If you're a lover of life, you see, most people find themselves in a situation where they try to identify with something. And because you're so into this thing that you identify with, you don't see anything else. You get that? For instance, your family, you believe say your family are the best thing. So you are so into family that no matter what them do, you still will just stand up with them. Something evil, something negative. And say, because I'm a family, I can't let down my family. So me just look into that. While if somebody outside do the same thing, you will try to demonize a person and put him down. But this person is my son, is my daughter. I can't show them another way. I can't tell them the truth. See, so that's what I'm asking. And that's how I'm looking at life. You know,
Mm-hmm.
if you love in general, and love's not supposed to partial.
Love is love.
Love is love.
So no matter who or no matter what and no matter where
Yeah.
and no matter why, love is just love.
So you look at the value or the invaluable
Aspect of life.
aspect of life.
Okay. So me get you.
So you can't put a value on
Mhm.
that.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm, mm-hmm. You want to play the song again? We'll play the song again and then we'll come right back. All right? The sun shines for everyone. Brazil and Jamaica link up.
Bella and Delilah.
When you said all the things, the moving, you need to be aware and living. You must to believe in a reason, find a fulfillment, solution, meaning is everything right now. Repeat from yourself, winning is everything right now. You don't need depression, but demand in reaction. And finally you are come to say, which will always be a new day. The sunshine for everyone. Hey, the sunshine for everyone. Oh, the sunshine for everyone. I say. Oh, na na no, na na de, na. Oh, na na no, na na de. Oh, na na no, na na de, na boy. No one is high or low. Like seeds in fertile soil we grow. Multiply, continue to flow. Feed from the communal pot. Sip from the communal cup of love. Yes. Feed from the communal pot. Sip from the communal cup. One love. Yes. One seed can feed a nation. Harmony, no social distance. Together, you know we're growing strong. Hey, the sunshine for everyone. The sunshine for everyone. The sunshine for everyone. I say, hey, the sunshine for everyone. The sunshine for everyone. The sunshine for everyone. I say, the sunshine for everyone. 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 I say.
Welcome back, folks. Welcome back to Cultural Mix. We dub, what we say, dub wise. Yeah, welcome back. It is Cultural Mix. I'm your host, Bev Moonchild, and we are in the studio of Fit FM 96.7. Your life, your music. How do we value life? How do you value life? When someone comes into your life, do you give that person a chance to prove him or herself? Or from Jump Street, you just start saying, well, we can't get out of that person, yeah. Can this person do this? Can this person do that? And we are here this evening with Imara, and we are going to go deep in these discussions. How we value life when we are dealing with humans, what we put at the forefront of our mind when we are dealing with them. If you are tuned in, Thank you, Tavia Foster, for joining. We're going to ask you, Tavia, to share with your friends and let them be part of this discussion. So we say, share the live, as them people say. Like it and share it, please, Tavia. And she says, love is the superfood of life itself. You know, Tavia, you always go deep, you know, my sister. Yeah, man, you always go deep. Always go deep. Love is a superfood of life itself. Thank you, my sister, for joining. And we say, share as we go into the program. We want you to stay with us for the next hour and something, yeah, and be a part of the discussion. I'm Mara. Welcome back.
Yeah, me there, man.
So when, for example, me hear somebody saying, she walk somewhere in a half a tree and she hear somebody say, big woman, because that them say nowadays, big woman. Big woman, me da want par with you, you know, big woman. And she has said, par with who? With me? Because she has said, listen, I wonder if him have some gas can put in my vehicle. I wonder if him have some tire can put on my van. Because at that she has see right away, you know. I'm Mara, at that we are talking about. Are we caught in the material trap?
But you see, just by thinking,
It's low. Mm-hmm.
Just by the whole thing of believing that is what somebody can give you,
Mm-hmm.
is valuable.
Mm-hmm.
You of yourself start to devalue your own self.
Uh-huh.
You have as a message, so?
Yes.
You will devalue yourself if you start to think about
Mm-hmm.
what somebody can offer you.
Mm-hmm.
So if you could recognize that life of itself, which is in you and which is in that individual,
Mm-hmm.
is invaluable.
Mm-hmm.
You never know, just like how that individual can look upon you and know what is within you.
Mm-hmm.
How is it you are going to determine what is within that individual to share with you if you don't at least communicate with the individual at some point or some level? So your own assumption of the individual, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
You believe that individual couldn't satisfy your desire.
No, but from we look how you say you don't have nothing, you're broke. You don't have nothing. What you have to offer me? You come you want par with me. What you have to offer?
What you call broke?
You don't have nothing, you don't have the money.
So
because we don't see the money print out by you.
So
if you are gonna say big
so
woman,
how money
big
make?
woman.
How money make?
How money make?
Yeah.
You mean how people make money?
Yeah.
People have different ways to make money.
Yeah.
Some work for
So you
themselves.
can determine
But
by
we can look on people and say them not gone away. They're not nothing, them broke.
how you determine that?
You
How
know, can't see time, Mara. Or something where you can't see.
You see it or it print out. Show me. Give me a definition or it print out pan a man you say sit down there so and say you broke, you're not going away.
Well.
No, just explain to me how you see it.
Some people you can see it for them.
Yeah. So no matter how you think, that is a level, that is the highest level of assumption. You are assuming that
You have nothing.
Yeah.
Because me I say, well, you can put some gas in my vehicle, sir.
No, all right, me can't put no gas in your vehicle.
You can't give me. You can't put
you
some tire on my car.
You want to know?
We have to give me. We have compare with me. What you want? We have.
But there's something else in me maybe I can share.
What? Like what? Like what?
Like you come down the road and the same expensive vehicle where you drive, the tire blow out, or boom, you lick something and you're trapping it. And this whole stinking broke man with him big dirty sore foot are the only person you see.
No, I Maria mix up the thing. We never say sore foot the person where comes and they want par with you have sore foot.
No, me just say go there so now.
No,
all right. Unreasonable. All right, the same person. Him not have nothing there.
Yeah, that way I say.
But you're trapped in your vehicle. And you can't come out. And your vehicle good that expensive, you know. But you eat some bad food. Maybe you go buy some bad KFC.
We don't know.
No, me just say that. You go buy some.
We don't know. We just got any kind of food. You have to be.
Yeah, or some bad food. Yeah. See, all right, me get you say. Or some bad food. See? And you are tried.
Mm-hmm.
And when you take a stop, you just feel bad. And the food could knock you out in your big expensive vehicle.
Mm-hmm.
And that same individual there we can't even buy the tire
Mm-hmm.
and can't even buy a gas, $1,000 gas
Mm-hmm.
for putting in it.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
But the individual see to it that you are all right, give you a
So
cup
so
of
we are gonna
water.
wait till we are gonna wait till the accident happen?
It is not even wait till an accident.
Because you
you know.
put it in an accident for yourself.
No, but me just assure you you're talking about how
value.
people value other people, you know.
Okay.
So you're looking on me,
Mm-hmm.
seeing, assuming that
Mm-hmm.
that brethren can't buy no gas put in a me tank
Mm-hmm.
and then can't pay, you know,
You can't
you
do
can't buy
nothing.
a tire.
You can't do anything. So
See?
what you
So me don't see no value in this individual. But I am showing you that there are other value
Mm-hmm.
in people that you cannot see from the physical lens of your eyes.
So what you must do then?
You understand? So I am
So what you
saying,
advise a young lady if you don't know?
no, me not advise whether a young lady or a young man. It's about man or woman, you know.
Okay.
Seeing because you have some guy who are taught the same way too.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
People, you know, prey upon people just because of what they assume that the person can offer to them.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Seeing?
Mhm.
So it is not a woman thing. We don't want it to look
No,
like. It's
no, we
all
don't.
right,
Okay.
all right. You
Mhm.
understand?
Mm-hmm.
So I am saying to look on human being in general
Mm-hmm.
and see the value,
Mm-hmm.
observe the value of life within that individual. Even the individual who may be expressing themselves pertaining to saying that what we would have said materialistic.
Mm-hmm.
There is something invaluable also in that individual.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not like you want to tear down that person for say, but look on you know, I go on like, you know, why would I like that individual to realize or come to
Mm-hmm.
understand,
Mhm.
right?
Mm-hmm.
That life is invaluable. And once, as I said before, once you start to think about what somebody else can offer to you, you of yourself start to devalue the whole essence of life.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I say?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yes.
Because life is much, much deeper than that.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah.
We get you with that.
Mhm.
But because of how we were grown, socialized, we were brought up,
Mhm.
people are going to enter into a relationship. Them say, what are you bringing to the table?
Mhm.
Where you come with?
And when we start asking questions, though,
Me
just
don't
think
know-
about it.
Well, when we start asking questions,
Just even think back even 250 years ago.
me can't think back 250
You
years
can,
ago.
why you can't think back? You know, study history.
No, but tell me where you
Just go deep into yourself. Even sit in a meditative mode and
Mhm.
just reflect.
Mm-hmm.
Of even 100 years ago.
Mm-hmm. Like how
See,
you meditate.
all
Tell
right,
me,
so-
tell me where you
So just look at this.
Mm-hmm.
And most of we can attest to this, you know. You understand? When me I grew up,
Mm-hmm.
seeing
That's not 100 years
no,
ago.
but
though.
no, me not go say 100 years ago. Nobody go down that road there with me now. Me just I still say you figure reflect
Okay.
200 years,
Okay.
seeing. So me I bring it forward to when me I grew up
Okay.
and what me come see.
Okay.
The people and when me come see my grandfather and my grandmother.
Mm-hmm.
What
Them
they
never did
have,
ask where you carry to the table.
because they already assess and analyze what each person can offer together. Not what you can bring in, but what we are doing together to make it work.
Okay.
And even some of the people who you hear ask other people, say, what you can bring.
Mm-hmm.
Them anybody will have this complexion of us and live within this
Mm-hmm.
region in this commonwealth, we then call it, or in Jamaica.
Mm-hmm.
Must understand, as Rex Neckleford said, you know, I quote Rex Neckleford, that we all must remember that those of us here,
Mm-hmm.
seeing, are coming from the plantation, no matter which part we reach.
We can feel.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
Yes, so we could use the word plantation in general, because
Mhm.
some was cane field and some was other thing them a plant, see?
Mm-hmm.
And some was maybe house slave.
Mhm.
But understand your position, no
Mhm.
matter how high you might feel you are,
Mhm.
but you are still the subject of certain system
Mhm.
or infrastructure that is in place.
Mhm.
So I'm saying, when we reach the point where we get the culture, yeah, because most of our people, especially after slavery, were people who never have not even learned or know if even I think about when nobody can give them, you know.
Mhm.
Yet all of us, just look on how much in millions of people they are Jamaica now. All of us come out of that,
Mhm.
out of not having anything,
Mhm.
but generation after generation. So there must be something that nurture and brought us to this point. See? And you can observe for the past 20, 30 years, to 30 years now, where this materialistic thing is at the forefront of people's mind, how people become crude and vicious because people start to believe that having something will make me be something.
Mhm.
Not knowing that you are more than
Mhm.
anything
Mhm.
that is material, because all material, you are the one who go out and acquire it, you know.
Mhm.
If you even think deeper, even your own body is an acquisition.
Yeah. Explain to people what are.
You overstand what I say?
Explain, explain.
Because you are naturally energy.
Mhm.
See? Just think back before even a fetus and think about the energy and the vibration. Mama breast tell you start to eat food.
Mhm.
But all of that is coming from the universe, the earth, the wind, the air,
Mhm.
the sun. We're a reflection of that, and not just a reflection, but we are all of that. So this is what we have as our carnal flesh. It's accumulate, we accumulate that.
Yeah, because I never say you're born big.
Yeah.
So once you grow, you
See?
accumulate. Yeah.
Okay. So when you start to put value on things than the deeper essence of what make you accumulate all the things that you have, you're undervaluing your own self, because everything
Mhm.
that you maybe feel is nothing
Mhm.
is something.
So let me bring you back to the point,
Mhm.
right? Because you said people are undervalue themselves. So in the scenario
Mhm.
where people are coming together to form relationships,
Mhm.
right? Whether a man, whatever relationship, right?
Mhm.
And the question is asked, what you are what you bringing to the table? What are you saying to those people? Don't ask that question. What you carry to the table? What you have?
Of course, the question can be asked.
Mhm.
No wrong asking the question. I know the question we are talking about, you know, is the preconceived notion that you asked me about by you looking at somebody and saying, no, I have nothing for you offer me.
Mhm.
That you are talking about, you know.
Mhm.
Now that you asked me?
Kind of.
What you
What
mean
am I that-
kind
but
of?
it-
You see that are something else.
No. What I'm saying, you
Yeah.
look at the person and you say, him not have nothing to give me. What you have to give me?
So that's what I'm saying. That's assumption. Now,
What you have to give me?
if you are reasoning with the person now, if you are reasoning with the person and give the person a chance
Mhm.
to even say, this is what I have,
Okay.
but you never give me no chance. You just see me. Me say, I big man, you look good, you know, mother like par with you.
Mhm.
And then you start look me from head to toe, and I say, but how are that? How are you?
You don't have nothing.
You don't have nothing. But how you know say me don't have nothing?
What you have to give me?
I'm going to share a story with you, see? I'm going to share a story. It's a Haitian story, you know. There's this man named Siddhartha Gautama.
Mhm.
Now, people see him as the Buddha.
Okay.
His father wanted him. His father was very wealthy and wanted him to be the next king or the next prince.
Mhm.
So his father decided to watch, you know, I go get to go out in the world, go see how the world I go. So the father, you know, when round in palace and him just lock up in the palace. And all he was seeing is this beauty and the palace and all of the wonderful thing. You know what I mean?
In the palace.
In the palace. Because I don't know outside the walls of the palace. Right? So he was there, you know, contemplating and say, what, you know, this is life, you know, like he was wondering, is this all life is, you know? And he was asking, like, you could have called him the gardener, the one who work and take care of things, you know? So I would like to go outside, you know, to really see what life is out there. And, you know, it was say, but I can't because, you know, your father said you must make sure you stay inside. And him plead with him till one time, then make a little bargain. And the gardener, they said, all right, let me carry you out, make you go see what life is, see? And when him go out the first time, him see one little old man and him say, who is that? And him say, boy, you know, say, he was as young as us, you know, and then hard life come and then get old. So that is a stage. So him look upon himself, will I become like that? And he say, yes, you know, one day, you know. Him see another one and him just sick and him lie down on the roadside. And he must say, what is that? I must say, well, you know, he's not well. And that's the result of life because, you know. So he say, I can be like that. He say, well, if old age you live long enough, you will be like that, you know. So I'm going a little further and you see a funeral procession. I say, what is that? And say, somebody died and this is the last part of him now. They are going to bury him. So that will happen to me too? And say, yes, all of us, no matter. So what time and nobody go back? He gave up all of that and he just go sit down on one tree.
He didn't go back to the palace.
He didn't go back to the palace. He just go sit down on one tree and contemplate and become enlightened. So he gave up everything inside the soul. See? And this was thousands or maybe 500 years or so before even Christ. See? So when you see some of the story in the Bible, they say, give up everything and follow me. So he gave up everything and go within himself. And what happened? Since then, billions of disciples. You see the invaluable thing now. He gave up everything, you know. Some of us are sure say some people are trying to reach this, but within his mansion and within all his palace, there was misery within him. You get what I say?
Or he wanted to understand what, because there was.
But it was miserable. It's a form of misery, you know, because comfort was an illusion to him, because there was something deeper that he was seeking for. He wasn't satisfied with all that maybe his father believes him need. So no matter how much you acquire these things, there's something deeper that you still want to find. And look around us. Why you see even the man, no matter how much enriching, still want more? Just think about it.
Greed.
No, people say it's greed.
That is greed.
Is greed a natural thing?
I don't know.
Oh, you mean you don't know? Check it.
Tell me, no,
because within life, there is no boundary. So it depends on where you want to direct your energy to achieve what you set out to achieve. Is
so, the man who has, he will always want more. Is that something natural?
Because there is no boundary.
So he
to life.
Him can't be contained, then him can't be satisfied.
Because the energy of life can't be contained.
So you're saying there can be no satisfaction? Is that what you really say? You can't be satisfied and say, I hit this now, I don't want no more.
Because there is no such thing.
As what?
As satisfaction.
So when do you start?
It is something that design. So for instance, just look deep within us as for me, as somebody who is into spiritual vibration, the further you get is the more you want to explore, the more you see things. That's another side, you know. That's another side. That just like the man with them say, would I take some crack or cocaine, or the first time you drink something and it give you a lick. You keep going back. And why you keep going back?
Because you want to experience that high that you got the very first time.
Aye.
But them say you can't get it back.
But you can't get it back. So it's the same thing. It's the same thing, you know. So what I'm saying pertaining to understanding and assuming what somebody have inside of them is really, really a crazy thing to do. You can't look on something without really get deep into it, investigate it, or investigate the person. You know? Maybe that same vehicle where you're driving on, you talk to a potential mechanical engineer who can build something like that.
So what if you take you up now and do it?
Me not say you have to take me up. Me
And-
never say you
and
have to
what?
take. No, you see, that's it. Me not say you have to take me up. But how much? And why couldn't you take me up neither? Why? What if you well? Now ask you now. Why you can't take me up?
No.
If you see something now, we also talk about the value. If you look and you realize
But
about
we
it,
don't know that initially. We don't know.
no,
that.
that's why I'm talking about to
But-
investigate.
You see Julia face where you take you up, where you take
So where's the July? So that is what me I talk about. Oh, you see something or somebody invaluable, but you don't know the value without testing that thing
So
or that person.
you go test what?
All right.
Test what?
This person then, switch it the other way now. Let us talk about this person.
Test
You
what?
look now and you see that person and then come on and say, yeah, I'm king, and it's ring them a blast on the finger and he smile, and you see the gold teeth on the corner if that you want, or you see some dime on the floor.
Uh-huh.
And I'm say, hi beautiful, how you doing? I say, that's skin your teeth. Yeah, that's the action. But you don't know. You don't know how that individual they get them things.
Oh well.
No, answer that now.
No.
But you investigate. You're going to investigate the person. Say, I will take you out. I'll take you to such and such hotel. Me never give nobody no free promotion.
Mm-hmm.
See? And I just see you want go long time.
Mm-hmm.
But you don't know when you're reaching at the hotel, the price you're getting paid.
Well, nobody's gonna just take up themselves and go to hotel, so.
Who tell you that?
Well,
Who tell you that?
maybe I'm wrong. I don't know.
Okay.
None of them right man would have just take up themselves
Well,
and go to a hotel with
Remember
somebody
that's-
with somebody where you don't know.
no, well, the arrangement can make it maybe not happen at the same time, but
Okay.
at least
Okay.
you never give the man what it say. Watch ya. Mother like par with you. No time.
You know, give-
No time. You just look him up and down and I say, what you have? But at least
Mhm.
you can give that one, yeah. Sometime exchange a number or something.
Mhm.
And him gone and him sit down and him a plan and I say, all right.
Mhm.
You know, see how you say,
Mhm.
you know, so. And then they give you all of the beautiful stories now, and then you start to say, wow, well, because guess what? And I like him even go do not much to convince you, you know.
Mhm.
You convince yourself long. Him not even for lyrics say, you convince yourself long time
So
because
him have
your
things.
hold on.
Him have things.
Aye.
Him have things.
Because your mind, your eyes mind is clouded but by what you have seen physically.
Yes, him have things.
Him have things.
Him have things.
Him in our Benz. You don't know if I borrow it, you know.
Him have things. You can't say him have things.
Yeah. And him clothes them and him smell good
And
too.
him look good.
And him teeth them white and pretty and
Yes,
smile.
him have
Yeah.
things.
Yeah.
So what wrong with that?
Nothing wrong with that.
Eh?
Nothing wrong with that. I am saying
Mhm.
you now must look
Mhm.
if that's how you value life
Mhm.
by things that you are looking on,
Mhm.
that as you're looking on it, it is devaluing.
Mhm.
Rather than look on life of itself,
Mhm.
which is that individual,
Mhm.
which is invaluable because you cannot put a value on that individual.
Mhm.
But I can put a value on your Benz. There's a value on the Benz.
Mhm.
And the value is depreciating.
Mhm.
Every hour, every second you drive it. Every mileage come off of it, the value will go down.
Mhm.
See?
Mhm.
And the brand new tire them when you buy put on it, yeah? Them are rub down.
Mhm.
See? And how much in $1,000 gas?
Mhm.
I go blow out and you have to go buy some more.
Mhm.
That individual where you make up your face can enhance his or her life.
Mhm. You mean the one where you say don't have nothing?
where say no have nothing,
Mm-hmm.
can enhance them life beyond this Mercedes Benz or whatever you
What
say
the
you
other
have,
person have.
or your 10 house where you have.
Mm-hmm. How do you value life? How do we value life? What are some of the things that we
The
look
next
out-
question I ask,
Mhm.
how can we help people to enhance them life?
Yeah, man,
Instead
we
of
are
look
come
on
back.
people
We're gonna
and
take
say,
a break and come back.
come,
When
the
we
sun
come back,
shines for everyone. You
the
remember
sun
that?
shines for everyone. Yes. One seed can feed a nation. We're gonna take a break and come right back. It's Cultural Mix. I am Bev Moonchild, your host. We soon come back.
Here I come, don't ask from where. Please accept what I have to share. Soul traveling through the universe. Writing Sigma tune, chorus and verse. In the realm of nothingness, I free my mind. Out of your zone, can't be confined. Unaffected by heat and cold, floating as an untainted soul. A mystic soul who knows no time, with a mystic song from a mystic mind. A mystic soul who knows no time, with a mystic song from a mystic mind. A mystic soul who knows no time, with a mystic song from a mystic mind. A mystic soul who knows no time, with a mystic song from a mystic mind. A mystic soul who knows no time. A mystic song, yeah. From a mystic mind. I'm wind and rain, earth and sky, sun and moon, caught on raw. From the beginning, I'm moving within, moving out, confident that there's no fear doubt. I'm assured of who I am and where I'm from, yeah. I'll never, never, ever, ever bow down to your system of oppression, 'cause I know who I am. Yes, I know where I'm from, and I know who I am, and who I am. A mystic soul who knows no time, with a mystic song from a mystic mind. A mystic soul who knows no time, with a mystic song from a mystic mind. A mystic soul who knows no time, with a mystic song from a mystic mind. A mystic soul who knows.
Welcome back, folks. Welcome back to Cultural Mix. We are in the studio of Fit FM 96.7, your life, your music. I'm your host, Bev Moonchild, and Imara is here with us this evening. We're talking about the value of life and how we value life. And Imara, you were talking about, as Mr. Tio, you have some men as a woman, that may I tell you, and other women, of course, who you just see them and you don't know, you have to give people a chance, but when you look, you just say they don't have nothing to offer you. You don't have to ask no question. You see it with the two eye. And you are saying, no, you can't do that. You have to give people a chance. But if you see somebody come up with a flashy car or whatever you did say earlier, not that women are going to chase all of that and run to that. But as you said, we not go give them we are going to give them time. But the person who never did have nothing, you're not going to give them no time.
I still not understand where I say not have nothing.
Material things we are talking about.
No, but you don't even know. I'm saying, you know.
Mm-hmm.
You see, you did a lesson me and say pertaining to Guatemala.
Yeah, man, I listen to you.
So you would have said no have nothing.
He had. Because you say after a while and give it up.
You know,
give up all we have.
So you work as me and say.
Yes.
That's all. So somebody where you see and I try to get to you,
Mm-hmm.
you never know what he had.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And
Okay.
all right, you experienced this. You remember Mr. Cowan up in the hills of St. Thomas?
Let me write it down and we'll go back to Mr. Cowan because I want to read some here. Read some Mr. Cowan. Yes.
All
I
right.
want to read some comments. Because I didn't even see the comments coming in. Dana Mandison, we have always considered what makes a partner ideal, which includes stability and progress.
Mm-hmm.
And then she said, but she wants to know if he can work the land
Mm-hmm.
and he wants to know if she can cook,
Mm-hmm.
for example. But people keep focusing on material things.
Mm-hmm.
All right. And then go back and say, now, I agree that we have to take a rounded approach to people.
Mm-hmm.
Yup. Which beast you nurture?
Mm,
I
okay.
dig it. I dig it. I
Okay.
dig it. I dig it. I dig it. Good or bad can be addictive. Edgerton Mackenzie saying, trying to understand what have been said but cannot.
Just another preacher, virgin.
Yes, he must say trying to understand but him cannot.
Yeah.
I don't know what he's trying to understand.
Yeah.
What do you want us to learn here?
That Edgerton Hawks.
Mm-hmm.
I'm telling Edgerton that you can look on life as an invaluable thing. Just
Mm-hmm.
look on your own life.
Mm-hmm.
And you will realize that within you there's something much greater than what you are looking at.
Mm-hmm.
You know, because it's that which is within
Mm-hmm.
make you function.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so if you can understand that, let me look at you and say, lift up your hand.
Mm-hmm.
Lift up your hand. Whose hand is that?
Mine.
Who is mine?
Me.
Who is me?
Me.
Which me you talking?
This one here.
This one here, what? This
That is responding to you now.
this that is responding.
Yeah.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm saying this that is responding,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
what manifests this is so this did stay all the while.
It grow.
It grow.
Yeah.
Is it still growing
It is
now?
still growing, yes.
Is it changing while we speak?
Yeah.
So there is the depth of the thing that I'm
Yes,
talking
it's-
about.
it's
So if
evolving.
this is evolving and moving,
Yes.
why you just want to look on something and determine say that can't be anything valuable to me? This is where me I say answer that where if you know,
It
just
can-
understand that.
It
Just
can happen. It can.
Yes.
It can. Me when me
Yes.
talk, me not say me personally
no,
as Bev
no, me not say as babe. No, me not direct at you neither.
Okay, so
But
me-
as I said to other ones,
Okay.
just know that you weren't this
Mm-hmm.
high,
Mm-hmm.
still evolving, still changing,
Mm-hmm.
still
Growing,
being,
yes.
however you want to put it, because
Mm-hmm.
you can be dissolving into nothingness too.
Mm-hmm. You're changing.
Yeah, but you are changing any which way, or you want to put it. But somebody going to determine that change not have any value.
Me no know for that them I say. I'm
Yeah?
Me no know for that them I say.
Or because what you don't realize,
Mm-hmm.
it's your own stagnation why you can't see the growth in the other person,
Okay. Explain.
Hmm?
Explain.
Because maybe if you could just even reflect on yourself, say, when me have you now, me never have it one time.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's true. That is true.
And that is why I was talking to you about those of us who believe that we attain something. As Rex Neckleford said, remember that we are all coming from the plantation.
Mm-hmm.
So if you can reflect even 100 years, where your grandmother and your grandfather, how them struggle, and you came from out of that. And out of that, you become who you are now. See? Then how is it you have reached a state there in your consciousness that you want to devalue
Another man's life.
another man's life? Because that's of your own small thinking. And just that me I say.
So where does the buck stop in changing? Ejatan is asking. Because you said this is changing.
Yeah.
It is either dissolving or improving. So you must say, where does the buck stop? Where does the buck stop in changing?
Because you realize what you call the physical soon be here, sooner there again. You know what I mean? But the energy continues. And if you want to test it, you better go sleep, Ejatan. Maybe if we could have an interaction. Because if you sleep and dream and go some places within your consciousness, you would have realized you are much more than your physical. Because you experience this, and then in the waking state, you can even explain all of the things that you experience in the non-waking state. So what that is saying, that there is something much deeper than your physical. That's what I'm saying, Ejatan.
Okay, in that moment when you say change and it move.
It change and it move. Because really and truly, not if your own thoughts you can see.
You can't see them.
Aye.
You can't see your thoughts.
But you can pay attention to them.
Yeah, and that don't mean you don't have them because you can't see them. Yeah.
It is as simple as that.
Yeah, you have them, you can't see them. It's life. It's life. So how do we value life? The things that we place value on. And just by talking to you now, I'm saying we continue to place value on material acquisition. We continue to place value on material things. So when in fact we should give people a chance to see who this person is, what this person really has to offer, because we so much value material things. That person isn't given a chance to prove or to show who she or he is or what he or she has to offer.
Can I say something to you?
You can.
No wait for nobody get no chance.
To do what?
To see who you really is.
Go ahead, talk now.
Because the reality is, the person who can't see that is a choice they make,
The person who can't see what you have?
The person who can't see the invaluable aspect of life is because of how they already cloud their mind to think that way. You know what I say?
So you think they you can teach them, they can learn.
Yeah, but you see, learning is something that you willingly want. You don't beat that into somebody else. So until they reach a point that them can understand, say, I am because you are. You are because I am. I see the same thing that is within me, within you. That energy, that flow. As we say a while ago in the song, the sun shines for everyone.
Yeah.
Right? If you have an understanding of that, then you will learn to value life. When you hear that, say, I didn't see some kind of people there. Even the man come and cut him or her yard, He might believe I look down upon him like it's nobody. Even the man, the garbage man, come pick up them garbage. That garbage man. My case left me gate, yeah, sir. You understand?
Yes.
But
Because who you blame, who you sometimes me that's
no,
say,
we're not gonna tell people, we're not gonna there so and tell
blame.
people say, boy, blame the system or blame that, I am saying we must pay attention to life. Pay attention to life. You see me I say? Because just put it out here. You see the man you did see where did say I big lady. Maybe that man is a good cook, Maybe it's a healer and can cook a nice plate of food, you know, it can all save your life. And can maybe come up and give a nice little touch. As me saying in the video, you know, people walk around with healing hands.
So
you know.
I'm so who me not know you from Adams? Me I go just make you come touch me, sir.
Eh?
How that work out?
No, maybe you drop a gun and the touch.
No,
if
but
you-
me not drop. Me not
You not
drop. Me I
drop.
walk
You
and
not
me
drop.
walk sturdy and me I walk good.
Uh-huh.
Big man, me that want par with you, you know.
Yeah.
Oh, you go par with me? How it a work?
It only a go work. You notice then you just come side there and start walk. Him still have the principle to ask.
If you can par with, okay. So you will say, well, if you say yes,
So
come
me
par
not
with
tell
me.
you if you say yes. I don't like me, I tell nobody what to say, you know.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just provoking thoughts, you know. So just think about the whole thing.
Mm-hmm.
Why you respond to the person the way you respond to the person is
So
because
where
of
you
him
have to give
say,
me what you have to offer? Where you come with it?
good, and I guess you go again. You devalue yourself looking for something that is what is within your consciousness.
Mm-hmm.
What do you have to share?
Well, the people who have that kind of thinking would have said them have them things.
What?
They
I'm
have them
saying,
things,
yeah,
they have
but
them vehicle, they have them house,
So-
they have them money. But
so
what you have, where you want to compare with me? Where you have?
okay. So having things, your house and your vehicle,
Me have me tea.
yeah, how it affect other person.
How you mean how it affect other person?
Now, me just show you a while ago pertaining to what another man can have.
Mm-hmm.
Remember, me say one seed can feed a nation.
Mm-hmm.
See?
Mhm.
And we not talk about that. So, by just, because you have this big house, you know, you're in this car, you know,
Mm-hmm.
but are you alone in your car?
Okay. All right.
And maybe you have just the amount where the car can hold.
Mm-hmm.
But the car can't move
Mm-hmm.
if somebody not drive it. Or
Okay.
you not go sit down in it. Maybe it's
Okay.
not you.
Okay.
See? So I am talking about the vibration of a life force itself, which
Mhm.
is somebody.
Mm-hmm.
You know? Him can maybe just write something and it affect millions of people across the world. Just one line.
Mm-hmm.
You understand?
Mm-hmm.
But me car park out at a door, they can't affect nothing till me go move it. It just sit down there. No matter how beautiful it is.
Mm-hmm.
But as a life form, we there so right now and we attack.
Mm-hmm.
And thousands of people around the world tune in.
Mm-hmm.
See? So even you will express yourself pertaining to even these things we are talking about.
Mm-hmm.
You must even think of yourself, of what you're really saying,
Mm-hmm.
how you express yourself. You understand? Because people are look upon you, you know, and to say what kind of standard you really set. You know? How you really value life itself, because of that we are talking about. You know? How you look on life to believe, say, is what somebody have. Make them be something.
Is what somebody have make them be somebody?
Yeah. Or somebody or something, whatever me want, me the lyric we say something, you know.
Yes, is what somebody have
Mhm,
make them be something.
mhm,
That a way a lot of people that a what a lot of people say.
mhm.
I saw them value life.
Okay.
Where you have
Yeah.
where you have them use and value you, you know. Is where them have them use and value themselves too.
Okay.
You understand?
Well, you know, when you say the vague, you know, 'cause we can have many
The material
things.
things.
The material
The
thing.
material
So be
things me I talk
specific
about,
with
yes.
that. Be specific.
It's the material things that you have, why how some people value. Some people value you according to the material things that you have.
And that's the reality that we are
Yes.
living in now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they would even value themselves
Based
with-
upon what them
where
have.
them have.
Yeah.
And so some people push to have enough.
Mm,
Push to have to acquire enough things
mm.
because they are of the view that is how people are going to value them.
Okay.
So when them look upon me, they must see this, they must see that, they must know say me have things.
Mhm,
So it is a whole circle
mhm,
of people placing value on themselves and on each other
mhm.
based on material acquisition.
Mhm.
But you are say we can't continue to value life that way there, or we
Mm-hmm.
can't value life that way there. Now that you say?
You're a billionaire, but around you there are many hungry people.
Mm-hmm.
You're a billionaire, you know,
Mm-hmm.
and you still want to be more. But these hungry,
You still want more.
you still want more. But these hungry people around you,
So you say, how the billion dollar, how it serve me, how me feel. You know, so you have so much and everybody around me not have nothing. That's a question yet. That's something I put forward because really it not gonna help. Because you're going to be spending the time trying to secure that billions. Because the people who are around you without it, you have a fear, so they might come take it from you. So you are going to be living in fear even with your billions. Because you're not share it with people. You not use it to affect people. That's how I look at it, me no know.
you know, me I look at it in another way.
How you look on it?
It's how much you take out of that, of those.
How much you do?
You took from those who are empty
To build yourself.
to build yourself. So all of the people we talk about when we have, especially some of us we say we are artists. The same little money you pass and look down upon, you know, and did spend some money if you come and stand out of the gate and contribute to your development. And that's why I say when I see you, I see me. You know what I say?
Yeah.
Even the Benz where you drive, see? The material of being la Benz, you don't know how much people dead. See? In the aluminum factory, or I suffer from cancer, or I suffer from some illness. In the contribution of building a Mercedes Benz or whatever, you don't know the kind of slavery they go through.
See, you have luxury.
For you have luxury. So I am saying, when you start to look upon life just as the thing, but not looking at the process for the thing to be where it at, and not looking at the process of how the thing is also depreciating, then you of yourself don't understand your own value. You was? Because that thing that you claim, you see me talk about the billionaire, and you just explain, this billionaire live in fear, struggling, suffering, while all that him have, you know, is acquisition when I really I do nothing for him, more than torment him, more than make him live in fear. And also allowing thousands around him to living in sorrow. So the deeper essence of life, to see the joy and the beauty in everyone, to know that the individual will look upon you and even assuming why he wants to par with you. If you at least even share with him, say, well, really and truly, why you don't want to par with me? You believe that everything what you see is so nice and beautiful, not true? So you might see me drive this Benz, but you don't know if me not suffer some serious internal emotion, but you want to par with me. Introduce him to compare. That him could have said, oh.
Where you say, man?
No, introduce him.
Invite him to compare with
yeah, invite him. That's it.
When?
You see, this is what I say. Sometimes when you look, if you understand me, I say, somebody might see you and they look dressed up and nice. But that's all them say. Them just see the Benz. But they don't know what the person that drive the Benz that got through in your soul or in him God's are. So you see the value system is both way, you know. It's not that me just look upon you or look down upon the person, you know. I am also looking at the person, looking up on you, wanting to be in your position. Not knowing that you are also maybe would like to even have the smile when me have we don't have so maybe I say, but could you can't buy me this, me can't buy you that, but me well happy. Your Benz tire cost $80,000, but you're miserable.
Because you can't afford it. You
So
can't
that's why
afford it, you're miserable.
I don't like say you can maybe you can afford it, but the stress where you go through for maintain it.
Okay.
So that's why the only thing from your eyes, if you could have find somebody else to ease that pressure,
Yes. So if you compare with me, you have to come.
you have to can come ease off some of that pressure, you know.
You have to come with
some pressure over here, so you know.
So
I tell you that person say, really and truly me have some pressure, so where you can come to. Where you can
ease off. Yes, so we have come with.
Yeah.
You
but the reality, you not even look, say, you put yourself under that pressure there.
Yes,
so you call somebody now if you can help
you with the burden. Yeah. Come.
See, you see it? So, my little man now can realize about it. I say it did hard up there, so.
Yeah, man.
Because I look on the Benz. But I don't know how much of the insurance in the year.
Don't even talk about insurance. Here, Edgerton now, because Edgerton, I carry the conversation at one different place.
Yeah, I know where you want to carry it, but.
Who do you learn from? I know, what were you born to be?
Edgerton.
And the other question for him is, you must be what you were born to be. So tell us what man were born to be. I mean, what man was born to be?
I wonder if him can identify what or who he is. That is the first thing him to look. Who am I?
What was he born to be?
He must identify his purpose. Because his purpose and my purpose
are not the same. Okay.
He must know that. You know what I mean? See? So it all depends on his state of mind. What you want to do with a piece of life, then what you have.
Okay.
That is what you must find out and explain. Mr. Edgerton, see what you tell me what you want to do with your piece of life. That way you're how you want to function with that. And don't try confuse yourself with what other man want to do with fame. Just make sure, say, whatever you do with your own, you feel satisfied.
How we value life and other things in the discussion. What do we use to value life? What other people use to say our life is valuable and vice versa. What we use to determine if another man's life is valuable. That's what we're talking about here on Cultural Mix this evening. It is Friday. It is 2nd of September. We are here in the studio of Fit FM 96.7. Your life, your music. And we're going to take a music break and come right back.
Bless up all the Virgonians. Virgos.
Oh, you share it.
Love. Togetherness we need. Oneness and love. How terrible it is to be your own enemy. Where can you find peace? Having a war only in yourself. How terrible it is to be your own. All things within. Can you find peace? Having a war eternally. Destroying yourself is not the way it should be. It's only in love you will find security. Of yourself you shouldn't be afraid. You cannot take a stand. If yourself you cannot face. So rise and claim your place. How terrible it is to be your own and feel yourself, my brother. Can you find peace? Feel yourself, my sister. How terrible it is to be your own enemy. instruments of God. Yes, we're here to do His job. Check to see the path you're on. In our minds we must be strong. If there is no tranquility within our own selves, then how can we find peace and love with someone else? Terribility. Can you see me? Do you feel what I'm saying? Can you find peace? Having no worry in the fight of peace and love. Terribility. To be your own enemy. Can you find peace? Having no war eternally.
How terrible it is to be your own enemy. Where can we find peace? Having war internally. Welcome back to Cultural Mix. I am your host, Bev Moonchild, and Imara is the person we are having a conversation with. And this song is so appropriate. How can we find peace? Having war internally. How terrible it is to be your own enemy. How we value life. How we value other people's life. How other people value our life, vice versa. Working together in this, working here as people, interacting as people, having relationships with each other, whatever kind of relationship those are. What kind of value do we place on people in those relationships is what we are talking about, generally speaking, how we value life. I'm Mara. Is only love will find security, according to the song. How terrible
It's only
it is.
in love we will find security. And just check it. You know, sometimes when we are write them song, we don't even know what we are saying. But it come through like we are a conduit where vibration and energy flow through. It's only in love you will find security. Because no matter what, no matter how much you are seek, and when I talk about love, and I like say I look it from anybody, that is something that you cultivate within yourself. And once you can feel secure in love, then you are on your way to understand the true essence of life, the real value of life. Because you will realize that love really have no boundaries.
Boundaries meaning what?
Boundaries, it means that once you can see within you, and look at the other man and observe that what is within you, that other individual can have the same, have the same. You are from the same thing, the sun, the earth, you know what I mean? We feel pain, we feel joy, It's the same intelligence, that affect all of us. But it's how much you are in tune with it. And that is what we are talking about. How much people are in tune with life.
Because if we are not in tune with life, are you therefore saying that is when we kind of misread things? If we're not in tune with life, are you saying that is when we place value on material things? If we're not in tune with life, that is when we will say, well, you have to forgive me.
Because if you're truly in tune with life, when you stand up on the earth and when you look around, even the tile, just upon him something we are looking upon in yourself. Everything what we are seeing yourself. Just reflect where them really come from. You know what I mean? They might look so beautiful, but everything what we see inside yourself I come from the earth. So if you just even have an understanding of that when you go out and you stand up on the earth, and when you even look on your own body, you realize this is literally a piece of the earth. That is how you are seen, because it's the reality. The breadfruit you eat, the yam you eat, the banana you eat, the water you drink. All of this is a piece of the universe. So you are it, And I like say you're over the sun. You are it. And everything that you are experiencing, everything where you see inside yourself, with cell phone, everything what we are use is a piece of the earth. And the wisdom and skills of human created. See? People you know, people you don't know. People die creating it. Millions gone. Some replacing, some go through in pain. You understand me I say? So, in the most uncomfortable state, somebody make you happy. And believe it, whether you like it, yes or no. Your unpleasant time is going to come. And somebody going to feel joyful about it. But that's the reality. You see, because you know, check on life that deep, for realize it. Maybe the man with that build a chair or me sit down on him finger did all chop off. For my comfort. So me sit down and I comfortable. You understand? The person who build the cell phone and him a work within these environment where radiation and all sort of thing and give them cancer. But we feel good I use it. You understand? See? So when I look on life in that way, I'm saying, just look on it. You know? Look on the person. And that person say, all right, we are going to share life. But don't try to control the person. Don't try to control the thing. See the beauty in it and let it remain.
I'm hearing you and I'm understanding you. I'm just saying we have to come to that we have to come to that point where we can understand that we don't value life or value people rather. We don't value people based on what they have acquired. So I hear you. I may understand you clearly, you know, but I'm just saying everybody don't reach there so yet. And that is why we will continue to have the kind of struggle that we have, where people don't think you have anything to offer them if you don't have a whole heap of things where them can physically see. They don't think you have nothing to offer because they don't see anything physically. But as you say, you would have so much other things to offer that is not material.
One of the things where a lot of people suffer with, you see, is wanting to be seen. And that is a high level of torment, you know.
Wanting to be seen.
Wanting to be seen and to be known. So you couldn't sweep the street and somebody walk down the street and say, wow, the street are beautiful, you know.
You don't want people to know that you sweep it.
So you are trying to make everybody know, say, you sweep the street. You know what kind of torture that you have put yourself through? Because 1,000, if you just pay attention, didn't know I try to make everybody know, say, you sweep the street. That alone I go drain you, you know. And you don't really have nothing because the amount of people you go upon, you go try to get them attention if you know, say, you sweep the street. While you did just sweep the street, you could have sit back and just full joy and watch people and enjoy the beauty of the place. You know what I mean? It's just like you plant a tree. We're not going to walk around and the tree bears so much fruit and everybody eat off it. We're going to walk and say, me plant it.
Some people will do it, yes.
No, but that now go ahead. You torment yourself.
It's me plant that mango tree, you know.
When I realize there's something else that contribute to that tree. When I really make no nice, say, I'm going to give you water. I'm going to give you nutrients. It is just what it is.
Yeah.
All of us who are here, this is what we are saying. That inner vibration, the connectivity to the universe, being one with it, knowing that it is cyclic. See?
And we all a part of life.
And we're all a part of it. So, trying to look down and trying to look up, in both ways, you know. Because the man who is trying to look up on another man, you know, is because him don't understand him value neither. And the man who is trying to look down on the person is because them don't understand the value of life neither. So both person caught in the same trap.
Not understanding the value of life.
Devaluing life. Because you're just trapped in your own little circle. So.
Rupert Bailey, thank you for joining, Rupert. Interesting conversation.
Bless up my virgin Rupert Bailey, Eastman.
Rupidi. And Egerton, me kind of want to understand what Egerton is saying. Listen now. So why talk about the man with his house and his car and his things? He has, what about those things he has? If we have different purpose. His purpose is to have what he has.
We agree with that, and I know say we not agree with that. His purpose, him decides that him want. So, and I like say we are tell people say not to even think say, as I said to you earlier on, see? And I like the person we say, how you have to give me. It's not like saying me not see something valuable in that individual, you know.
Okay.
But it's through that individual don't discover that precious vibration or energy within him own self. You understand? So the man, and don't ever Egerton, don't believe that we there say, boy, people if you have them big house if they want to have it. And nothing like that we are saying. I'm talking about how much value you put on this big house pertaining to life itself. Or you look on a flower outside, or you look on a mango tree, or you look on your dog, or you look on the garbage man, the man will come and take up your garbage this morning. You know, how much value? You know what I mean? You look upon him like him is nobody, he's just a little garbage man. No, it's a piece of life that. You understand? What if that is choice? That is his choice. When him say, you know, some would like to go around and clean up the community. You know what I mean? Just think about it. See? All right. Your neighbor down a country and just walk and plant pure flowers on the both side of the street. Nobody now pay him for do it, you know. But when you drive, go down, you feel good. And him no walk up and down and tell nobody, say, boy, you know, I'm a plant them flowers. He just plant some flowers. See? I mean, in full joy when the people are pass and see them. You know? So if we can look on life that way, they say, boy, you know, make yourself so invaluable. I don't even want to use the word valuable. You know, sometimes me think about words, you know, especially English words, because, you know, when you say you value something, even like a man, I would say, how much you're worth?
No, how much you're worth. Them, I don't know what them use to calculate it, you know. It would be the same thing that they would use. They would use the same acquisition that you have, the same material things that you have acquired, or the same things that you are likely to acquire, or the potential to acquire.
Yeah.
Then them value you. Because if you have the potential to buy 2 vehicles, because, for example, if you're an athlete and you can run a race and win yourself, and you can win, them have a way of calculating now how much it is that you're possibly able to earn, and then value, say, your value or your worth.
So but you have 2 pitney, and one of your pitney is a mechanical engineer. One of your pitney is a scientist. So how you value me alone? The children then come out of me if it wasn't me. So what kind of value you can put on? Somebody can produce 2 scientists, and those scientists can produce. That's why even I know me still contemplate about something like preparation, because nothing that you can value, you know. The amount of great minds that you destroy and hold on.
It's invaluable.
It is invaluable. You see the depth of me I go with this thing? It is invaluable for somebody come tell you, say you were this. It is it is a disrespect for somebody to come tell you, say, boy, all right, I write this song, I write this poem, and you say it value $1 million. You don't know how much it value. You don't know this piece of art. That's why you say art for years it did it and it passed through several hands. Invaluable. And it is not just the monetary value, but The kind of feeling. You can't value feeling. Eh? You can't value that, What kind of value you can put and make somebody when somebody feel ecstatic and feel elated and feel blissful? Can you value that?
You can't.
You can't value that.
Egerton is saying, it's like everyone have their own lane. So stay in your lane. Run the race of life in your lane.
I hope you live by that. Thank you, Egerton. Just read back that thing the way you say. Run your own race, because it is as simple as that.
Run the race of life in your lane.
In your lane. That's a beautiful, says a quote that, Egerton, that's a quote from you. Run the race of life in your lane.
Yes. Thank you, Egerton, for this quote. Thank you for the
it's your quote.
We love it.
Yeah.
How we value life. When we say we value life, what do we use to measure that value? When we say when I say somebody don't have nothing, what do you use to measure that them don't have nothing? It's a deep discussion, and it is something that we should continue as we go through our lives every day to see how even us fall in the trap of valuing life through material acquisition. Because we fall in the trap sometimes. You see somebody and say, oh, you look like you don't have nothing, so. And you see somebody with a vehicle, as I say, or, all kind of material things, and we automatically think say them have something. How do we stay clear of those kind of trappings and just see life as it is, seeing life as life, and life having the potential to produce other things, and knowing that we are a part of this creation of life that is invaluable. We are talking to Imara, and we are in the studio of Fit FM 96.7, Your Life, Your Music. It's Cultural Mix. I'm your host, Bev Moonchild, and we are going to take a break, a quick one, and come right back. Listen to some music and come right back.
Love. Togetherness we need. Oneness and love. How terrible it is to be your own enemy. Where can you find peace? Having a war only in yourself. How terrible it is to be your own. All things within you. Can you find peace? Having a war eternally. Destroying yourself is not the way it should be. It's only in love you will find security of yourself. You shouldn't be afraid. You cannot take a stand if yourself you cannot face. So rise and claim your place. How terrible it is to be your own and heal yourself, my brother. Can you find peace? Yourself, my sister. How terrible it is to be your own enemy. Can you find peace? In a war eternally. We are instruments of God. Yes, we're here to do His job. Check to see the path you're on. In our minds we must be strong. If there is no tranquility within our own selves, then how can we find peace and love with someone else? How terrible it is. Can you see me? Your own enemy. Do you feel what I'm saying? Can you find peace? Having a war in the fight of peace and love. How terrible it is to be your own enemy. Can run, but can't escape. Take heed, mankind. How terrible it is to be your own enemy. How terrible can you find war eternally? To be your own enemy. Can't stop destroying yourself. No fight yourself anymore. How terrible it is. Love is the cure for all things.
Welcome back. It's Cultural Mix. Welcome back to the studio of Fit FM 96.7. This is Cultural Mix.
Yeah.
And I am Bev Moonchild. And you are?
I'm Mara, the musical revolutionary.
Oh, you know it's Imara.
Because I created Imara.
Oh, it's you. so how you know it's Imara this?
The deeper within
Mm-hmm.
is not just this.
Mm-hmm.
This is outer manifestation
Okay.
of the inner vibration.
Okay.
You get it?
Yes, man.
Outer manifestation
Mhm.
of the inner vibration.
Yes. We're talking about life and how we value life and what kind of value we place on life. And when we place that value, what do we use to measure the value that we place on life? That song that just played a while ago. If we don't have any tranquility in our own self, how can we find peace and love
In someone
in
else.
someone else?
You see it?
If there is
Figure it out.
if there is no tranquility,
Because tranquility is something that you supposed to be experiencing, you know.
mhm,
See? So if you don't experience what tranquility is,
mhm,
how can you feel it in somebody else?
it's deep.
Hmm?
It's deep.
So everything's an experience.
Yes, if there is no tranquility
In your,
in
own,
your
self,
own self,
how can you
how
find
can you find peace and love,
love in,
in
someone,
someone
else?
else?
You can't.
You really have to find it in yourself first.
You have to find it in yourself first.
It's like people who don't really love themselves, but they want somebody to love them.
How can you not love yourself?
Is it possible?
And that's why sometimes I question people about the self-love thing.
Mm-hmm.
How can you not?
Is it possible not to love yourself?
Well, sometimes people believe that it's how them look is themselves, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But I know how you look. See, you maybe say, I don't like how my bottom looks, so I want to fix it up. I don't like how my breast them look. I don't like how, you know,
Mm-hmm.
I don't like how my beard them agree upon, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But can you change it? How you try to know is try to get some things to make
Some
sure
dye.
say, and dye it up and, you know,
Mhm.
and you try put some Botox in your face and make it look stiff up.
Mm-hmm.
But check deep,
Mm-hmm.
the deeper things within you, how you really feel within. You know, that's what I'm talking about, you know.
Mhm.
You see,
So how you look is not yourself.
it's a reflection.
Okay.
So if you're really feeling pleased inside, naturally it will glow.
Mm-hmm.
You was?
Mm-hmm.
As I talk about the man when you're Mr. Cohen.
Mm-hmm.
See? You go up there, him barefoot, him clothes them ragged, but there's a radiance coming from the man that you say, wow, you just don't want to come out in presence.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So that's the beauty of connecting with the energy field. And that is what a lot of people don't know how to make that connection with who you really are, you know. It's just to ignite that flame within.
Mm-hmm.
You can use that to ignite that flame, to keep it alight. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
There was this 4 brothers was walking one time. We're walking.
Before you go into the
Yeah.
story, Rupert Bailey, what I think you are saying is that whatever you achieve or gain is not to be as something of value, but a mere tool to bring or touch others' life in a positive way, a means of sending joy and happiness to others and to self. This achievement is invaluable.
Mm.
Bob Marley said, if my life is not to help others, me no want it.
Mm-hmm.
That's what he's saying about your life.
Yeah.
He's just referring to Mr. Cohen, 'cause I think you know Mr.
Yeah.
Cohen too, over there in the St. Thomas area.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, if you check on him, nobody never say him made the transition yet. So I suspect that he's still alive, Lupe. You know, so there are 4 brothers, travel one time, see?
Mm-hmm.
And 3 were ahead of 1, see?
Mm-hmm.
But this one spot a tigress
We are come down close to the
with
time.
our cubs, them.
Mm-hmm.
But the tigress was about to die, And the other brother this brother look on the cubs and was deeply moved with compassion,
Mm-hmm.
And I said, wow, these young cubs going to die. And not just the tigress that is going to die, but our whole life. I go just, yes. And he look on film life and he said, who can I save? Not just the tigress, but the cubs.
Mm-hmm.
And he slit his throat.
The man?
Yes. And he went up that the tigress could drink blood, revive herself to feed the cubs. So he gave his life for the tigress and the generation.
Mm-hmm.
That's a man who value life. So it's not just Jesus who died on the cross, but another man valued the life, just life of these animals,
Mm-hmm.
that he would have given him life
Mm-hmm.
to save a generation of animals, just to save.
That is real value, Imara. Placing value on life. Placing value on life. That's a deep story to kind of bring the conversation.
So I know
Value
everything where you're
close.
going hard into yourself,
Yes.
but how much
You're
you
going
can
to-
share.
Yeah.
And sharing is reciprocal.
Mm-hmm.
It's reciprocal.
Yes.
It go and it come. What you send out, return.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And that is why even the Christ will say, I can lay down this and take it up. That's the power. That's the confidence.
Mm-hmm.
So, life is invaluable.
Yes. Yeah. Yes. Imara, it has always been good, or it is always good talking with you. You try to take us to another perspective, and we appreciate that. How we value life and the value we place on life, or when we say we value others, why we value them, why we like to be around them. Is it because of what they have physically, materially that they can offer to us? Or we want to be around them because of how they make us feel and the joy they bring and so on. Thank you again, sir.
Yeah, nothing wrong with that neither. If you're there around people and then can, ignite your spirit and make you full of joy.
Mm-hmm.
But you don't have nothing. You know, I'm not car, you know, I'm not house.
Mm-hmm. But you
But you can bust some joke.
and bring joy to your spirit.
Yeah.
Okay.
You can take your foot bottom and massage them and make you giggle and laugh.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? That's it.
The value of life, folks. It has been an interesting discussion. We thank the people who have shared with us. The Bible say, a righteous man regardeth the life of his animal. That is Rupert. A righteous man regardeth the life of his animal. Thank you, Rupert, for that one. You and others have tuned in, and we appreciate the fact that you took a little time out to stay with us. We appreciate it. Come back again next week for sure when we are here again on Cultural Mix. We want to thank everybody who joined us, those who joined us on Facebook, those who joined us on YouTube. We want to thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. The show is really not really a show if we not have you interact with us. And we always encourage you to interact with us on a Friday evening. We thank you so much. We are going out with Mystic Soul, because it's in the mystic souls that we will understand the value of life. Thank you again, Imara. Thank you, Julia, for always being here with us. We appreciate it. See you folks next week. Have a good weekend, and school begins next week, parents. Not only Monday morning or Tuesday morning, you're going to go out with the children, but you're going to support them throughout the school term, throughout the school year. Be by their side. A lot of them, they would have missed so much over the 2-3 years of no school. Let us see how we can be with our children, support them, and so they can be top achievers or achieve how they can. Because sometimes I think we push them too much. Have a good weekend, everyone. Enjoy your Saturday and your Sunday. We'll come back next week. Thank you so much. All the very best. Take care. And Jagai, as Julia would say.
Can't be confined, unaffected by heat and cold, floating as an untainted soul. A mystic soul who knows no time, with a mystic song from a mystic mind. A mystic soul who knows no time, with a mystic song from a mystic mind. A mystic soul who knows no time, with a mystic song from a mystic mind. A mystic